This is a bike cleaning video, and I know there are countless videos on ways to wash a bike, but I wanted to make one that addresses cleaning a big box bike or even e-bikes, because I've seen things, both on YouTube and locally, that make me think there may need to be some education. For some reason, on both big box and e-bikes, I see people using a water hose, and in my opinion, this should be avoided whenever possible, and the cheaper the bike, the more important that is. And I mean, they're really blasting with that water hose in all the areas that on a big box bike you're lucky if there's any factory grease or lubrication at all. They even drench their saddle. I mean, really pour it on and then hop on the bike and ride it off. It just doesn't make sense to me. And after the thorough deluge, the next step is usually a rag or a wash mitt soaked in dishwashing liquid, which itself is a degreaser. They even take extra care to get the chain squeaky clean. And it can get even worse, because countless times locally I've seen a well-intentioned person, usually a father with their kid's bike, at the local car wash using the high pressure hose. And I mean really going at it. It's almost like watching a live feed of a bicycle snuff film. For myself, I prefer to go about it a different route, one nearly void of water, often called waterless cleaners. And even the local bike shop goes waterless when they can. They like the WD-40 bike cleaner. It can be used as a quick detailer or as a full-on wash. They like it, but I don't. Because it's sticky and on glossy black finishes, it leaves a residue. I'm not a fan of that. And there are better products out there, like this one. This is what I've used for the past 6 or 7 years, V07 Hybrid. This is a waterless cleaner and a sealant, and it's purported to have some nanotechnology of some kind, but it does a good job cleaning a bike. It's also safe on plastic and rubber, and it has a UV protectant. That's going to keep everything looking good for longer. And this should go without saying, but any cleaner like this should be used with a microfiber cloth to guard against scratches. I usually buy Amazon Basic microfibers. They're good quality, but recently I've been cheaper, because these are available at Harbor Freight, and with a coupon they're super cheap, and sometimes even free. I usually work directly off the microfiber, spraying the V07 on it, especially when I'm working on cleaner areas of the bike like the top tube. But on more grimy areas like the edges of the fenders, I'll spray a little bit of the cleaner directly on the bike. Now, I've used this same cleaner on my cars and on Vespa scooters for quite a few years, and it'll make short work of bird droppings and even bug guts. Here's a good example of just how effective this is. A light misting on the microfiber cloth, a quick wipe, and these mud spots, they disappear. And this is right at the cadence sensor, an area that I really don't want to douse with water, so this is a perfect solution. So you can see where a waterless cleaner is very appealing, especially on an e-bike. Worry-free cleaning. I can start at the top and work my way down. I also pay special attention to the wheels, because if those aren't clean, they'll quickly re-dirty the rest of the bike. Once I have it all cleaned, I go back over the bike with a fresh microfiber. It's like this activates the V07 or something, and makes things shiny and new looking. I think the results speak for themselves. A clean bike is a happy bike, and regularly I get asked why my bikes are always so clean. Well, this is why. Because it's so easy to wipe them down after a ride. It doesn't seem like a chore. So it's possible to have a nice clean bike without drenching it in water. Just have to use the right cleaner and a couple of microfiber cloths. There's a link in the description for this cleaner if you want to give it a look. But what if the bike has a matte finish? A glossy sealant doesn't sound too good for that. Well, I have something I use for that too. It's called Meticulous Matte, and I've been using it for longer than the V07 because I had a matte finished Vespa GTS. Now on a matte finish, you absolutely need to use 2 microfibers, and with Meticulous Matte, a little bit goes a long way. And this is a simple wipe on and wipe off procedure as well, and as you can see, it's kept the Carbon X looking quite good. Matte finishes usually age rapidly because they don't have any UV protection because there's no clear coat. So a cleaner must have a UV protectant, so keep that in mind when you're shopping around. The point I'm trying to make is that when cleaning a big box bike or an e-bike, it's best to avoid water if you can, and waterless cleaners get it done without the flood. Now I'm talking about routine cleanings. If it's a mountain bike and it's fully caked in mud, that's a whole different ballgame. And one more thing. Microfibers. I like to clean them, but you can't really wash them in a washing machine because they'll get residue, and especially on a matte finish, it'll show up. The same company that makes my 2 favorite cleaners also has a microfiber wash, and this little bottle's lasted me for over 1.5 years because it only takes a cap or 2 full for each load. And the end result is a super soft and residue-free microfiber. Now I'm not trying to sell anyone on this brand. I'm simply saying to recycle microfiber cloths by washing them with a residue-free detergent. And that's my system and how I wash bikes. Now tell me, how do you wash yours? And also share any stories you have about things you've seen, because I know you too have seen people blasting a bike with tsunami levels of water. Share your story in the comments because new bike owners need to know there's a better way, and one that'll make their bike last even longer. Patron shout out time. Today's patron is Rob M. Thanks for being a patron. And you can be a patron too for as little as $2 a month, and you even get a free KevCentral sticker. Patron or not, I appreciate you being a subscriber, and I hope you have that notification bell active so you can be the first one to watch new videos when they're released. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and now check out some KevCentral subscriber submitted big box bikes.